on ground level. Scotch have got it. Now they get in the way of Lipscomb. He gets it in the forward 50. It's a high-flying ball.
Oh.
But he get it. Oh, what a mark. Square up as he turns left face. He's got it. I think he's got it. Valentine gets the first for Old Scotch.
Wasn't pretty, but they got there.
It's going to be Valentine going up for the tap for his side. He can't get a clean tap. He had possession now, and they get it into the way of Easton. He got a kick, and I think he got it as well. What an angle to get that. That was Easton. And gets knocked back in. Now Old Scotch, can they make a break of this? They get the handball out. Goes in the way of Richard Salter. He got a long right boot towards the forward 50. He's going to be out met by Old Scotch. Valentine, He couldn't get to the end of it, and that was also Lukic. Got a hands off, and now they get in the way of Brian Jones. Back to Lukic. It's tossing. It's left, right. It's a ping pong. Oh, that's a high, and now the umpire's paid it.
Possibly, but they're a bit overzealous in the tackle, and of course, Burn Jones is a lot smaller than Benny Capra, and he's given away a 50-metre penalty too, which is prone to happen. Burn Jones gets under the skin of a few of them. I love watching him play.
Brian Jones kicked 11 goals this season so far. Kicks it, goes straight through. And Old Scotch are now in front, 6 points ahead of Uni Blue.
Close.
Rich the Salter.
Richter.
Richter.
Arian.
Every time I see it, I think of Rich, and then I think, well, wait a minute, I've got to say the Salter as well.
Oh, good mark.
Good mark.
Really good mark.
From Stubbings. Now concluding stages for the first term. Gets knocked down. And now Carrington.
Free kick's been found.
Free kick in the way.
Might be Sellers is going to get
Sellers,
this one.
yeah. So he lines up. Can he get it for Old Scotch? Goes for the kick. It looks good. It looks very good. And it's another goal for Old Scotch. Sellers getting the first goal.
From him by Marty Gleeson into the path that James Carr, who was met by Easton head on.
Kick.
So it's going to be Carrington to take the free kick against his old teammate, Andrew Jalbert.
Are they going to make the most of this with Furphy? Left boot, gets it back to the field, but gets intercepted. Hayes, he's had great disposals so far. Now Old Scotch, are they going to work with this? They're going to work and go, and they've got to the way of Brian Jones. Takes 2 bounces. What's he going to do? A cheap kick. Can Young get under it? He couldn't get under it, and now Old Scotch, they've got in the way of Goodison, and he gets a goal for Old Scotch. Goodison, Connor, they want to pump this in. Old Scotch, left, big, powerful kick. Can they get it? Old Scotch gets knocked down. Can they turn and weave? It's a right boot, and he's just got it as well. And that's Tarrant. That's his first goal of the game.
Quite read the ball that well, although Ansell is doing quite a good job in the middle. And, yeah, Old Scotch are capitalising off it.
So Ansell back in the ruck. Cordy tapped down. Bit of scrummage. Now, can Old Scotch, they get a kick out, they get a clearance as well, but Uni Blues have the numbers, gets knocked back. Now Capra, he's got all the time in the world, but he's hot to trot, as Joey loves to say, and he gets it over to Hayes, and they get it further afield. It's just on the paint of 50. Now Uni Blues with Young. Oh, it was an awkward handball, didn't go the way he wanted it, and now they get into the way of Brown. And the umpire's called the whistle, and it's an advantage as well. Old Scotch have the ball. They're in the forward 50. Can they make something of this? And they've got a kick as well. Valentine. Well, it was confusing enough for the players, but Valentine.
Joey McCall has been given the free kick on the half-forward flank. They've got a bit of work to do, the Blues. They trail by 15 points. Cordy's got 2 to beat in the contest. That'll be the man in front. No doubt about that. And Old Scotch, Tom Ansell, the big man, takes the mark.
Win. We'll throw up as Cordy gets the tap down. Ansell, left got it out towards his teammate. Still no clean possession. There's Simmons. Right handball to Brown. And he's got time, Brown. He gets a big, powerful kick. Can they get it down? It's Valentine, and it's another mark. Valentine is about 20 metres out, and he just was on a one-on-one. Uni Blues 6-3. 39, Scotch 7-6-48. Valentine lines up for Old Scotch. It was a little awkward, but he got it straight through the big sticks. And Valentine gets another goal for his team. Wing, as Carrington had it, and now it's knocked back down. Carrington got knocked away. And now they work their way towards the forward half for Old Scotch. And they use the way of Easton. It's a beautiful kick as well. And Old Scotch can make the most of this.
So it ends up with a kick from almost the paint of 50. Right to your radio dial in the third term. Strikes it beautifully. I liked it as soon as he hit it. What a goal from Tom Furphy. Magnificent kick of the football, 9-6-60.
Good kick as well, gets intercepted. Swanee has it, he turns that door in a big crunch. He got absolutely smothered there, Crocker, and he tried to pick it up once more. He immediately got back on his feet. You can hear from the crowd, they want to call ball on this, but they're not going to get it. Oh, and it was high as well. Umpire didn't see it, now he does. You can see the passion in this final term as now they're going to work with Brown, Old Scotch.
Goes looking for Grimley and Cossa, and Longbottom can stand tall in the back pocket, take the mark. Time for thick music for Hugh Longbottom. Goes across the ground with a kick. Clears the danger zone maybe for the moment. Paddy Hayes, the ball hits the deck, they can go to work. Here's Simons, he's off to the races. Having one bounce, now he's having two. He gets the half forward, gets around Nagel, he's having three. He's crossing 50 with four. He shoots the handball over the top. They can steady it to goal, and they can finish the deal! End-to-end stuff from Old Scotch. How good was that? And on the end of it was Tom Furphy, who's kicked two in a minute to annoy Ace Cordy. Then he picked up the ball and just dumped it as long as he could. Capra will fist it back from where it came. Some fancy footwork from Angus Simons, and he's off to the races again. He's having one bounce, now he's having two. He's doing it again. Shooting the handball over the top to Andy Jalbert, who can shoot into an open goal. Can Andy? In fact, to the top of the square he goes with a kick. He's got Stubbings all on his lonesome. He can gather it in now. He can turn around with the right foot. Not a great kick. Back to Jalbert. Just fumbled at the crucial moment. Open the door for Tom Young. Andy Jalbert at the top of the goal square on hands and knees.
Valentine goes up for Old Scotch. Capra was there as well, and there was no clean possession. It got knocked down. Now they got in the way of Sellers. He got it out, and it was a great mark from Lipscomb. That was absolutely pitch perfect, and he's just about on centre, and he'll kick it about 35 metres out, maybe 40. Now, Eliza, do you think he's got this? He's going to put the mouth guard in the sock. Do you think he's got every possible chance?
Yep, I do. I back him in.
So he lines up. This is Lipscomb. He kicks it, and I think he's got it. You can hear it. He gets a goal for his side, Old Scotch. They respond immediately.
Mark at centre half forward. He gets around on the mark. He shoots from 50. The kick's smothered. It's a terrific smother from Simons. He's had a second half to remember. Thumping kick of the football to the far wing, and it's a foot race. Tarrant, Capra. Tarrant clean with the hands. Here's Simons again. The speedster. He's off to the races. Turns around with a kick. Hayes is the only man there. That's Paddy Hayes of the University Blues. Takes the mark. Goes back to Crocker, who comes across the ground. To Crocker, who's just outside 50. There's the siren! The Cardinals get the win for the second time in as many weeks against the Blues. They hold on by 10 points. 10 of the best for the Cardinals, 11-7-73 to 9-9-63. That's one for the ages. That's one for the ammo scrapbook on RSN Carnival. What a turn up here today from Old Scotch. They started off with 4 in the opening term, trailed by 3 at halftime, led by 21, and they've held on by 10 points in a frenetic final quarter of footy. How about that for your Saturday afternoon, Eliza Wright?
Wow, yeah, the air just got a little bit icier.
Good finish in the end, Millsy.
Oh, I loved it, Joey. I couldn't get a word to describe my feeling for that last 5 minutes. There was desperation both sides. I could feel the energy and the vibe all around. It was just get the ball and kick it. That was the biggest message you could give to any of those players, and you could tell how tired they were. They were just doing everything they possibly can to try and get the ball into the top of the square, at least for Uni Blues. And Scotch kept saying no, bang, kicking it out, and they just kept doing the ping pong play.